everyone. I'm Danielle with Trinity Readings. We are just going to do a quick winter solstice message for you, end of the year message. This is going to be for the sign of Capricorn. Happy Capricorn season. So we're just going to look at what is the strongest message your guides want you to know right now. We're going to look into what has been the biggest theme of the year for you, what has been a lesson, what you need to let go of, and what you need to embrace. All right, so let's see overall what your guides want you to know as we end out this year. The peacock is asking you to be very proud of yourself. The peacock is the message of letting your inner beauty shine, right? Letting your heart, letting your soul, letting your truth speak for itself. I feel like it's a very strong message to really be proud of how much you have accomplished. Be proud of the person that you are. Be proud of how you have handled everything that has been kind of thrown at you this year. I feel like you have experienced a lot of difficult situations, difficult energy, difficult people. You've gone through a lot of things that would probably have broken most people. And then you have the Hierophant here. So it's like you've learned through every experience. You haven't taken anything as like, you haven't accepted your downfall. You've taken everything that has been thrown at you, everything that you have walked into, even everything that you have stepped into, you've taken in every aspect of the experience and you've learned from it and you've grown from it. And I feel like it's very important for you to find confidence in kind of like letting that part of you shine, right? Like showing, not even in an egotistical way, just like feeling pride for the person that you are, not being afraid to, not being afraid to be seen, because you know that everything that you've done has been with integrity and been with respect. It's beautiful energy. I feel like too, a lot of you have learned that you don't necessarily have to prove yourself, that your energy alone speaks for itself. Okay, I feel like the biggest lesson for you this year, or the biggest thing that you've had to experience, is like learning patience, right? I feel like you've been trying to practice a lot of patience in your life, and I feel like you've even been trying to show and reflect patience with other people in your life. I feel like a lot of you maybe have spent a lot of time this year waiting for things to change, or maybe even waiting for another person to change, or waiting for a situation to become better, or to become more open or available, or something of that nature. But I also feel that in that waiting period, that you have been nurturing yourself. You've been nurturing your own growth. You've been taking care of yourself in that period. And I do feel with the Five of Pentacles, I feel like you spent a lot of time this year not feeling very supported by other people. I feel like you've likely been putting in a lot of effort into relationships, waiting for another person to show up or waiting for that support to be kind of reflected back to you. And I think that you have kind of gone through a lot of this year without getting getting from other people the effort and energy you've been putting out. You haven't been getting that support system, and the support that you have been getting from other people, I kind of feel like has been more maybe weighing you down in some sense than actually encouraging your growth and encouraging your expansion. And so I feel that there has been a period throughout this year where you kind of, the more energy and effort you were putting into your own self, into your own growth, into your own values, I feel like you've kind of like pushed away the waiting game. I kind of feel like a lot of things, I kind of feel a lot of you have been learning to let go of the expectations you have of other people. And that doesn't mean like settling for less from other people, but I think that maybe some of you have kind of set a lot of expectations for how other people are going to show up for you and put in a lot of effort based on what you're hoping for people to show you, or the potential that you see in other people. And I feel like that has switched or flipped, especially in the last 3 months, because the more energy and effort you've kind of put into yourself during these dark periods where you felt very alone, you've also learned that you don't need anybody. Right? That you don't need that support system because you can get yourself out of these dark spaces yourself. And so you've learned a lot of love for yourself. And I feel like what you're learning to let go of, or needing to make sure that you're kind of releasing as we end the year, is letting go of the idea that by showing somebody unconditional, consistent love and always being there to give that love and support to another person is not an excuse for suffering. Just because you love somebody doesn't mean that you should have to be sitting in this space. And proving to another person that you can love them even in this place of lack where they're not giving anything, that's not love. That's not the support that you're wanting to give. It's like you've been putting in all of this effort and energy in hopes that another person would see their potential and change and grow. And you're realizing that even by taking a little bit of that focus and putting it into creating the change that you want for your life, putting that energy into you changing, you putting that energy and effort into things that you can actually nurture and create in real time, is going to give you more passion and excitement and growth than anything. I feel like the biggest lesson is letting go of expecting people to show up for you in the way that you show up for them. And so you had to go through everything kind of being taken away from you so you could build your own support system, so you can see that you don't need the approval and support from other people, that all you need to do is stand in your own light. You've learned patience. You have learned patience because of the people that you've been connected to. And now you're taking that patience and turning it inwards. You're taking that love and turning it inwards. And because you have put that energy internally, that is shining for you. And you have grown and people are seeing that. And you are going to see people that are going to match that energy instead of you needing to nurture and water and put energy into them to get them to meet you at your level. Let go of the idea that you have to let go of the idea that just because you love somebody doesn't mean that you have to suffer. That showing love and respect for yourself is a better way to show love for other people and encourage other people to live up to their full potential. It's better to give that to yourself and nurture yourself, and that will teach other people better than giving unconditional love to them at the risk of losing what you have. Your guidance, the Fool and the Hierophant, you've learned the lessons. The Fool is asking you to go ahead and take a leap of faith, to take a leap of faith into something new. You've already learned what it is that you needed to learn. You've learned the lessons. Take those lessons with you. Let go of waiting for somebody to choose you and make the decision to choose yourself. And even if it doesn't make sense, even if there's nothing on the other side of that, even if that means you have to go at it alone, you need to follow what is in your heart and not question whether or not that's good enough for other people. All right? Have a wonderful holiday season, and I'm sending you all much love. Bye-bye.